right, here we go, number 6. So if you like the butterfly method, you would have multiplied 4 times 2 to get 8, and then 2 times 8 to get 16. And when you add those together, you get 24. And then on the bottom, you'd multiply 4 times 8 to get 32. But here's the longer way. 2/4 and 2/8 being added together. All right, Miss Addie, I'm pointing to the 4, but what do I multiply by?
8.
I do. I multiply by that other denominator, 8. Mr. Graham, I'm pointing to the 8, but what do I multiply by?
4.
Yes, sir, you are exactly right. You multiply by that other denominator, 4. All right, Hannah, help me out. Do this multiplication for me.
That would be 8 or 16.
16 over.
24.
Oh, nope, you were almost.
30.
Yeah, you're right. It's 32. All right, Davis, here on the bottom, what do we have, hon?
We have 2 8s.
2 times 4 is what?
2 times 4 equals 8.
8 over
8 times 4 is 32.
32. We have our common denominators. We're just going to add those tops to get 24 over 32. Is that what y'all got?
Yes.
Yep.
The crowd goes wild. Woo! Doing fractions on a Friday. Y'all are so awesome. All right. Enough of that. Calm down. All right. You always want your answer to be as simple as possible, which means you will sometimes need to reduce the numbers in your fraction. Your sheet with the division rules will help you reduce fractions. Remember at the beginning of the year, I gave you these sheets and it's like, ooh, vey, what is this stuff? But I told you, I said, keep it in the front. And the very first lessons we did were practicing with that division sheet. Okay, knowing when 2 numbers are both divisible by 2. Knowing when a number is divisible by 5. Knowing when a number is divisible by 3. So that is going to help you. All right, so now what we're going to do is take a look at these answers you just got for 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to see if they can be reduced. Guys, not all fractions can be reduced. Sometimes they're already as simple as they can be. All right, the answer you got for number 3 is, what is it, Davis? What answer did you get for number 3?
I got 1/6.
No, you got 8/12.
Sorry.
The answer to number 3 is 8/12.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to see if that can be reduced. Now, the first number I always try. Well, let me take that back. 5s are easy. If a number ends in 5 or 0, it's definitely divisible by 5. So I do take a peek for that. And you know what? The rule for 10s is easy. If numbers end in 0, they're always divisible by 10. So I look for those easy ones first. Is it divisible by 5 or is it divisible by 10? And these are not. So then I think about the 2 divisibility rule. If numbers are even, then they're always divisible by 2. Well, what are the even numbers? Davis, what are the even, no, not Davis, Graham. What are the even numbers? Do you know the even numbers?
Me?
Yeah. What are the even numbers? It's not written on your paper.
Oh.
Is 1 an even number?
No.
No. What is an even number?
2.
2's an even number. What's the next one?
4.
4. What's the next one?
6.
6. So you know the even numbers. Hannah, chant out some even numbers for me.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate? 6th graders. Yes. 6th graders. Woo! All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. What else?
12, 14,
10, 12, 14.
20.
All of these numbers that you're telling me, at the very end of them have a 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. all those numbers, and you could keep going. We could chant even numbers from now until you go home this afternoon. Wouldn't that be fun? Your friends would think you were a little weird. Okay. All the even numbers at the very end have a 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. Are these even numbers?
Yes.
Yes. So both of these are divisible by 2 because they are both even numbers. So what's 8 divided by 2?
4.
And what is 12 divided by 2?
6.
We've just made it simpler, but look, just because you reduced it one time doesn't mean you might not possibly be able to reduce it a second time. So let's look at 4 and 6. They're not divisible by 5, not divisible by 10, but Addie just noticed, hey, they're divisible by 2 again because you still have 2 even numbers. So what's 4 divided by 2?
2.
And what is 6 divided by 2?
3.
3.
So that means we can't reduce.
Yeah, you're done now. 2, you don't get any simpler than 2. Well, I guess 1. 1 is about as simple as you can get. But 2 and 3 are both prime numbers. Neither one of them is divisible by anything besides themselves in 1. All right, good job with 7. Hannah, what answer did you get for number 4?
1920.
19/20. Okay. Ooh, look, this ends in a 0. It's divisible by 5. But is 19 divisible by 5? No. Ooh, it ends in 0. It's divisible by 10. But is 19 divisible by 10?
Oh, wait.
No.
20 doesn't.
20 is an even number. It's divisible by 2. But what about 19? No. And so Hannah said, hey, what about 3? Let me refresh your memory. For a number to be divisible by 3, this is the really cool thing you can do. Add up each of the digits in the number and see if you end up with a number that's in the 3 times table. So let's add 1 and 9 together. What is 1 plus 9?
10.
Is 10 part of the 3 times table?
No.
No, so it's not divisible by 3. Well, it's not divisible by 4 because it's not even. We already said 5.
What about 6?
If a number's not divisible by 3, it's not going to be divisible by 6 because the rule for 6 is if it's divisible by 2 and 3, then it's also divisible by 6. Well, let's see. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. Passed right by it. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. Went right past it. The rule for 9 is you add up these digits and see if you end up with a number in the 9 times table. What's 9 plus 1?
10.
Is that in the 9 times
No.
table? Hey guys, that one's already reduced. You can't do anything with it.
I learned something about like the nines. It's called like the rocket ship thing. Like when you found out and you put another number beside it.
Yes!
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I learned that in 3rd grade.
Yeah, for the 9 times
remember
table. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is already reduced. Can this be reduced? No. It's already as simple as it can be. All right, so let's do this next one. Hey, Graham, the answer for you got for number 5 is what?
26/48.
26 over 48 is that wonderful answer you got, but now we want to see if it can be reduced. Okay, well, they're not divisible by 5.
Can it be by 2? Because they're both
Well,
even.
they're both even. Absolutely, yes, we can divide by 2 because they're both even. All right, let's see. 2 into 2 one time, 2 into 6 3 times. So that top number is 13. Oh boy, do you know what kind of number 13 is?
Odd number.
It's an odd number. You know what else it is? Starts with a P.
Um,
Per.
Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned those in third grade.
Yeah,
Prime numbers can only be divided by themselves.
because we had to remember it by Amazon.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Now, 2 goes into 48 24 times. Now, 13 is a prime number. It's only divisible by itself. Now, I would check to see if 13 would go into 24, but it doesn't.
Wait, 3 can go into. Oh wait.
If you double
3 can
that,
go into 24, but
Yeah.
not 26. If you double it, what do you get?
26.
And that's not 24, is it?
Oh.
So you're wise to think in those terms. There you go. That's reduced.
If you,
It was reducible, but only in one step. Okay? All right, Hannah, the answer for you got for number 6 is what?
24, 32.
24, 30 seconds.
It
But I'm
sounds
okay with the way you
weird.
said it. It does sound weird, doesn't it? Okay. Well, it's not divisible by 5. It's not divisible by 10. I love when they're divisible by 5 and 10. You just get a big
Yeah.
chunk out of the way so quickly. But
Couldn't it be still divisible by 2? Because they're both even.
they're both
Yeah,
even.
that's
Don't you
what I
love
was
that
thinking.
even rule?
it's divisible by 4.
You're right, because both of these are part of the 4 times table. You know what? If you know your times table's really good, these are also divisible by 6. But I'm okay if we just do it in steps. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 32 divided by 2 is 16. So we did get simpler, but you want to take another look at it.
Oh.
Are 12 and 16 reducible?
Yes.
Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh yeah, but we can still reduce them by 2.
You can reduce by 2. And Davis, since you recognize that they were divisible by 4, you can do 4 as your first step. You don't have to do it this way. All right, 12 divided by 2 is,
6.
yes, it is. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Smaller numbers, yay! We can still reduce because they're even. Doing by 2s again. 6 divided by 2 is
3.
3. Ding, 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 ding. Prime number. 8 divided by 2 is
4.
4. 3's prime. Now you do want to see if 3 would go into 4, but it won't. So there. Whoa, look how big our number started. 24 out of 32, which is just 3 out of 4 parts. That's wonderful.
That's great.
All right, when you add fractions and end up with a numerator, hey, where's the numerator?
On the bottom.
I mean,
Top.
Top.
No,
When you add fractions and end up with a top number, numerator, larger than the denominator on the bottom, you need to change the answer to a mixed number. Let's practice a few of those. Okay. And whoa, look at that. It's already up past 13 minutes.
Oh, wow.